Businessman launches a landmark High Court battle to overhaul official rules on hate crimes. A businessman investigated by police over a poem about transgenderism is launching a landmark High Court case to overhaul the official rules on hate crimes. Harry Miller is to seek a judicial review of the hate crime guidelines, followed by police forces across Britain, claiming they are unlawful because they inhibit freedom of expression. The 54-year-old company boss, who is a former policeman, argues that the current guidance, published by the College of Policing in 2014, the body responsible for training officers, promotes the recording of hate incidents. His legal team have highlighted a clause in the rules that states such incidents must be recorded by officers irrespective of any evidence to identify the hate element. Mr. Miller, chairman of a machinery company at Immingham Port, is also challenging a decision by Humberside Police to record his retweeting of the poem as a hate incident despite officers concluding that no crime had been committed. The businessman was quizzed by Humberside Police in January after posting the verse about men who transition to be women, which included the lines "You're a man, and we can tell the difference, your hormones are synthetic." He claims he received a call from an officer telling him that someone down south had sent the force 30 of Mr. Miller's tweets, which they alleged to be transphobic, and informing him "we need to check your thinking," a comment police later denied making. The father of three said he was dumbfounded by the exchange and furious when he found out that his sharing of the verse had been recorded as a hate incident. And, despite his repeated requests, he claims police refused to disclose to him what the 30 transphobic tweets actually said. Last night Mr. Miller defended his tweets, saying he had wanted to highlight the dangers posed to women by government proposals allowing males who have not undergone any medical treatment to self-identify as female. Explaining his reasons for launching legal action, the businessman told the Mail on Sunday, "This case is not about being allowed to say anything I want, to anyone without consequence. It is about the ability to have freedom of speech within the law and being allowed to have a debate without one group being able to call on the police to shut another group down. Free speech is being closed down by a climate of fear and secrecy, and the police are contributing to this Orwellian culture." Mr. Miller, who lives in Nettleton, Lincolnshire, is one of growing number of individuals who have been investigated by the police for debating transgender issues on social media. Mother of four Kelly J. Keane Minshall was questioned by West Yorkshire and Wiltshire police after she was reported by Chief Executive of controversial transgender youth charity Mermaids, Susie Green. The complaints centered on comments Ms. Keane Minshall had made online about Ms. Green allowing her daughter Jackie to transition from male to female at a young age. And Catholic journalist Caroline Farrow was questioned by officers when she made similar comments suggesting Ms. Green had allowed her child to be castrated by permitting her to have sex change surgery at 16. TV comedy writer Graham Linehan was given a verbal harassment warning by West Yorkshire police after he referred to trans activist Stephanie Hayden as he during a Twitter spat. Mother of two Kate Scotto was arrested by Hertfordshire police and held for 7 hours in a cell for referring to Ms. Hayden as a man on Twitter. She was released in response to the rising number of police inquiries against people who have criticized transgender activists. Mr. Miller has set up a campaign group called Fair Cop. Mr. Linehan, Ms. Keane Minshall, Mrs. Farrow, and Ms. Scotto have all signed up as members of the newly formed organization. Our aim is to remind the police that under Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights, the public have the right to have debates and hold opinions without interference from the authorities, Mr. Miller said. Hurting people's feelings is not a reason for a police investigation. The College of Policing and Humberside Police both confirmed they received notice of the planned legal action. A spokesman for the College of Policing said he was aware of a potential legal challenge regarding its hate crime operational guidance and will be responding accordingly as part of the process. Fair cop can be found. Meghan Markle's ex-husband Trevor Engelson, 42, and his heiress fiancé, 31, are pictured having fun. Meghan's Instagram plug for friends £3,600 retreat royal site comes under fire for promoting. A £9 lie blood testing company boss Elizabeth Holmes was the mesmerizing beauty who became the Army bomb disposal veteran pulls 3 survivors from burning wreckage after plane crashes on A40. He didn't think it was rape, he thought I'd be grateful. University student, 23, who was raped by mother of 2, 41, left with a broken neck and paralyzed from the chest down after she was knocked. Princess Diana's niece Lady Kitty Spencer, 28, and her 60-year-old £80M whistles fashion tycoon. We love you and we're waiting for you and we're never going to give up. Madeleine McCann's parents. You'll have to drag us off the land. Traveller families who have parked 25 caravans near Theresa May on track for the worst general election result in Tory party history as Brexit party. Meghan and Harry will keep Archie's birth certificate under wraps, delaying the time that key. You're in denial. The BBC is in denial. Furious Nigel Farage blasts Andrew Marr for asking. Harry and Meghan named their son Archie after commanding officer who persuaded Prince not to quit. Shocking moment: suspected gunman shoots boy, 15, and 35-year-old man in the street with silenced. Peter Hitchens. This country is slowly being choked to death by the rights of wrongdoers, and they. Terrified mother of 2 crouched over her baby girl as her husband kicked and punched her in the